What's going on, guys? My name is Jonathan. You guys are watching Sonic Speed, and today I have two assistants with me. Thing one and thing one and thing two. Say hi. What we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be changing the coolant on a 2012 Chevy Traverse, which is why they're wearing their goggles and gloves. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're gonna do is lift up the vehicle. We want to make sure the vehicle's cold. We don't ever want to work when it's hot because the water gets really hot and we don't want to burn ourselves. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So behind us we have the vehicle here. It's lifted on our ramps, and so now we have our coolant. As you can see right here, we're going to be using the Prestone GM specified coolant, which is the concentrated formula. So we need to dilute it.
And water.
Yeah, so to dilute it, what we need to do is we need to mix it with distilled water. The reason being that we're using distilled water is because if we used regular water, it would contain a lot of minerals, stuff that would oxidize your radiator and basically rust it out, prevent it from lasting as long as it should. So, and then we also have a funnel. We're gonna go ahead and mix these two together in a bucket, and then we'll go ahead and add them back to each other so that way we can go ahead and go. Take off the secure tab. Take this off of it. Thank you.
It's
all right.
Super
For this one's child proof or temper proof, I guess we could say.
Child proof?
Temper proof.
Do we just call it temper proof?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So now
I don't want to touch it.
I'm gonna help you out, but we're gonna go ahead and mix it into that bucket. We're gonna throw both gallons into the bucket, okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna put half a gallon of water first. So come on, bring the water.
I got it. Let's hope.
All right. Keep pouring it out. All right, that should be enough. Thank you.
Remember when we found the Max? Well, I found it.
All right, let's go put this back on if we can. And then, yep, thing two.
Thing two is gonna show us this.
All right, thing two, come on, let's take this gallon.
Oh my gosh, I'm scared about this. Come on. Gotta take that.
You got it? All right, let's put half the gallon inside of here now. And we're just putting half the gallon in at a time, not for any specific
like
reason.
blood.
It's just gonna help us mix it. Yeah, it's orange. It's dark orange.
Why does it turn red inside the gallon?
Because it's, what do you mean? It's mixed with water. Well, and then I guess because it's darker in there, so.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of the water.
Oh my gosh, I thought I was chicken wing for a second.
Throw the rest of the water in there.
I'm trying.
You can pour the rest of it in there. Be careful, okay? You don't want it to splash too much. Watch out. You're going like that. There you go.
Careful. Ew, there's glitter in there.
That's weird. Well, we gotta make sure we don't get that glitter speck in our stuff now.
Can I get it out? Or no? You get it out. I don't want to touch that thing at all. Ew, I don't want to.
See how I'm doing it slowly like this? I don't just go like this, because if I do this,
It's gonna splash.
yep, you don't want that. There we go.
I might use this for my new tweezer supplies. Now what are we gonna use this for?
So now we're gonna put it back inside the gallons. Because now that it's mixed, we're gonna have 2 gallons worth of coolant, so that way we can go ahead and be able to put those 2 gallons inside the vehicle.
So we're gonna pour the whole thing.
Exactly. So go ahead and let's put that gallon down here on the bottom. There we go. You hold it. You hold on to the funnel like that. Hold it up, and I'm gonna pour it in. Okay? Don't worry. I'm not gonna get it on you. You just have to hold it up.
Wow. So cool. You can actually see the inside. Is this how people like, oh my gosh, I want to touch it.
No, don't touch it.
I know.
Okay, this stuff is poison. Okay? So you can't drink it, even though it looks like Kool-Aid. It's not okay to drink.
I know.
Maybe
Safety
sometimes
in
it
this
even
video.
smells good.
Don't drink Prestone.
Exactly. And also, whenever Hold on. Excuse me, Alexa. I can't see.
It looks like blood.
So whenever we're using coolant, we gotta be careful with it. You know why? Because sometimes for animals, they'll smell it, and they think it's sweet, they'll want to drink it. And we don't want that because animals will die if they drink it, okay?
Like Coco?
Yeah, exactly. Like our dog Coco. So what we have to do
She likes it.
is if we have coolant and it's used, we gotta make sure we put it in a good space where nobody's gonna get it, and then we have to take it to the proper place, like an auto parts store, so they can dispose of it properly, okay?
Why does it look so fizzy?
Do me a favor, go ahead and hold this funnel. Hold this one up so that way I can pour the rest in.
What if it pours on me? I can actually see it. I can actually see it. It's leaking.
Where?
Oh, I thought
No,
it was
it's not leaking.
It was just the stone coming out. I see it. Abby, I see it. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, I didn't know this. I thought you knew it. It's going in the pool. It's going in the pool when you go. It's going bye-bye. Okay, don't. Is that finished? We need more than that.
Oops.
Be careful, guys.
Okay.
Don't try it. Only if your parents let you. And like this feel. Thumbs up.
Give this video a thumbs up.
What are you pouring there?
This is called coolant or antifreeze.
What is that? Antifreeze.
This keeps your engine cool, and it also keeps it from getting too hot. Well, that's the same thing, huh? So it also keeps it from freezing. Okay. So if you look at the coolant right here on the bottle, actually it'll say on the back
Am I wet?
that if you the freeze up protection is up to negative 34 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's with 50% antifreeze and 50% water.
If we touch it, are we gonna freeze?
No, this just means that it won't freeze unless it gets to negative 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Then this will freeze, okay? And it also can go up to even more than 265 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's really hot, okay?
Okay.
Because your engine gets really hot.
What happens if it gets like really hot?
Well, if your engine gets too hot, the head gasket can blow on your engine, which means there's a gasket in there that separates your oil and your water, or your coolant, and it'll actually start mixing together, and that'll cause big problems for you. You'll have a lot of smoke coming out from the car, and you don't want that. So that's why you always have to make sure you check your coolant and your oil. If your oil starts looking like milk, like a not like white, but like a brown, like a brownish, I guess kind of, yeah, it looks kind of weird, then that's probably a bad sign. All right, guys, so we actually lowered the Traverse down, as you can see. We had to do that because looking under it, I couldn't find where the drain port on the radiator would be for the coolant. So we went ahead and just dropped it back down. We found a smaller container to use to actually get the coolant, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pull the hose off the radiator, pull the radiator hose off from right up here. We'll just go ahead and show you. I didn't take off. So we need to remove the hose clamp. Well, actually, we're just gonna push it back further into the hose, and then we'll go ahead and remove the hose, make sure it's pointing down towards our container down there, and then just wait for it to go ahead and drain out. So I'm trying to push the clamp down on the hose, but it wants to go this way. I'm just gonna go that way for now. Alright, so now that we got the clamp off of the hose, we're gonna go ahead and pull this. You might need to use a screwdriver to push on the hose to get it to release a little bit. 1, 2, 3. So while it's draining, actually, as you guys can see, it kind of stopped. You want to actually take off this cover right here. So this cover has a bunch of small plastic clips. They're fairly easy to take out. You just got to use a flathead screwdriver. So there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12. But I think mine only had 8. So once you remove all the clips, it's going to pop up just like this. You're actually going to find your radiator fill port, and you can go ahead and just take off the cap. As you guys can hear, more coolant just started flowing out because the air has been allowed to flow through. So now that we've went ahead and we've drained out the coolant from the system, we're going to go ahead and put the radiator hose back on. I'm going to make sure it goes all the way back in. And then we're going to use our hose clamp pliers to grab the clamp, unless we can do it with our hand. I don't think we can. No. So now we're going to use our hose clamp pliers to grab the clamp again. Hopefully.
2 hours later.
Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and fill up the reservoir. Excuse me, the radiator first, and then the reservoir. So we're going to go ahead and so it's going to start to come out a little bit, because it's filled all the way to the top. So instead we're just going to go ahead and cover it up, tighten it down, because it seems like no air bubbles. Well, there is actually one, but most of the air bubbles have actually come out already, so we should be okay.